is a great day to learn something new, and I am so excited to be learning something new today with Clifford. You know, Clifford, sometimes when we see a word that looks familiar, we've seen the body of the word, but we're not totally sure what it is. That word may have a different head or tail, and we have to determine what that word is to figure out what it means. So we can understand what these unfamiliar words are, we need to understand the different parts of the word. The roots, the prefixes, and the suffixes. Look at the word written here on the board. The word is reheated. We look at this word and I notice right away that it has a smaller word hidden inside of it. That root word, or the body, is the word heat, and we can see that it is part of the word reheated. Can heat also stand alone as a word? Yes, it totally can. The root word, like heat, is the most basic form of a word and can have a beginning or ending added to it. If we think about the word heat as the body, I think about the beginnings that can be added as the head and the endings that can be added as a tail. When we combine root words with these beginnings and endings, we can create all new words. Okay, now we're going to look at those beginning and endings of words, and we're going to try to make some new words. Remember, the beginning is the head, it's the prefix, okay? So let's try this with the prefix non. We can add non to the word since. Non means not or not having, so if we add non to since, it means something does not make sense. What about this next one? Let's look at this. If we add the word non to fiction, so we add the prefix non to the root word fiction, we get something that is not fiction. That is one of my favorite types of books to read. You too? Awesome, yes. Okay, let's try another one. All right, un is very similar to non. So if we add un to the word organized, we have someone that kind of has their things all over the place. They're not very organized, so unorganized works as well. All right, let's try another one. This one, we don't know anyone like this. Unfriendly. No, that would mean someone's not friendly. So we don't know anybody like that though. Unfriendly, very good. Okay, let's try one more prefix. Let's go with re, which means to do again. So rewind. Back a long time ago, we used to have to rewind our movies before we returned them to the movie store. Some of your parents might remember that. Okay, what about this one? Rediscover. So to discover again. I like that one a lot too. All right, let's take these bodies, these root words, and add tails to them, the suffixes. All right, so let's try this one. Let's try harm, like to hurt something, and add harmless, so not hurtful at all. Harmless. So we add the suffix less to the word harm. Let's try another one. Ship, the suffix ship. So we can add to the root word hard, and we have the word hardship. And we can do the same thing with the word king, kingship. All right, let's try one more suffix, one more tail. Correct is the root word, and we add ly, correctly, something that is done right, it's done correct. Or beautiful, and we can add ly, beautifully. You are doing beautifully helping me today, Clifford. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, are we ready to practice some on our own that aren't up here? All right, let's see what we have. Okay, the first word we have is point. Okay, so let's look at the word point. Let's see if we can find where it works. Non-point? I don't think that makes much sense. What do you think? No. What about repoint? No, that doesn't really work either. What if we try a suffix, like pointless? Does that make sense? I agree. Pointless works really well here. So our root word is point, and we add the suffix less. Let's try another one. The word is quick. Okay, so we have quick. What about unquick? Sometimes I feel unquick when I run, but I don't think that really works here. No. What about quick ship? No, I've never really heard anything like that. But what about quickly? Oh, yes. Clifford ran quickly down the street. Very good, that works. All right, we have one more. The word is fair. Okay, let's see. Is something refair? No. Fair ship? That doesn't work either. But what about if something's unfair? It's not fair. Does that work? I agree. I think that's the perfect fit for this. Awesome job. Thank you, Clifford. When we know about root words, suffixes, and prefixes, it can help us to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words. To help us remember where each goes, we think about the root words as the body, the suffixes as the tail, and the prefixes as the head. It will make learning about these unfamiliar words so much easier. I really enjoyed learning today with you, Clifford, and I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for helping me explain how these words work as a head, body, and tail. Keep learning with us and keep having fun. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Science and